I'll tell you. Now we live. Let me just check the stream real quick on my phone. Give me a second.
I'm already on there.
Yeah, right here. I'll tell you. Now we live. Let me just check. Okay, it's good. Yeah, it's good, man. Come.
Okay. All right, then let's get it.
Come.
Hey, Shalom, Akim. Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh,
Hawa
Ba'ashem,
Bashim
Yahweh
Yahushua
Shai, Ba'ashem,
Bashim
Harakakadash.
Kakakadash. Come.
Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, let's all this truth.
Sorry.
Peace and blessings to the hopefully elect, the 144,000 men pushing the truth and wholehearted sincerely across the four winds.
Come.
You know, with the GMS Germany camp, you know, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, going to a lesson, you know, about the strange act, you know, about the chariots of the Most High, you know, and about the salvation and the damnation, the salvation of a nation of people and the damnation of a nation of people, you know, and that's what this is all boiling down to. Salvation and damnation, you know, deliverance and captivity, you know, because that's what this is all going down. It's going to come down to, man. You know, there are going to be a nation of people that is going to receive the kingdom of heaven, rulership of this earth in righteousness, and then there are people who are going to receive captivity. You know, they're going to receive the opposite of that. They're going to be servants and slaves. You know, but how is that going to happen? You know, through a marvelous act, through the chariots of the Most High. You know, but go ahead, Ak.
I just wanted to add something to that, man, because if I may, to the spirit, because when you look at all these kingdoms, all these nations, they had the time to rule, man. The Egyptians ruled, the Medo Persians ruled, the Greeks ruled, the Babylonians ruled, Edomites ruled now again, you know. And you see these things, so nobody got anything to say, man. Now it's our time to come. Now it's our time to rule Yahweh Ratazan. We see it more and more coming, man. To swim off Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, because you see the end coming near, man. You see here in Germany, they're passing new laws, you know, to basically what is it called? Salakia. Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Kakadash Brakata. But basically, you see the laws changing again, man. They're coming down with the draconian laws because they basically can do whatever they want with you. You know, you're so supposedly rights that you had that nobody's allowed to touch, nobody's allowed to kick you out of your houses, nobody's allowed to force you somewhere. It's all going to be gone, man. You know, freedom of speech is long side gone already, man.
You know,
since I don't know, since we start teaching already. When I think about it, more than ever before, man. But yeah, man.
And pretty soon they're not gonna care about your religion. You know, your religious rights also.
Yep.
Like at one point, you know, you could reject things because of your religious belief. You know, my religion don't let me, you know, do this, that, and the third. But Esau even gonna change this. He already telling you he don't care about your religious beliefs no more. Everybody got to get their vaccine. You got to hearken unto my system. You know, and if you're not down with our system, they're gonna do everything in their power to shame you. And what else are they gonna use? They're gonna use their media, and their and through media they're gonna have other people shame you as well. You're going to be an outcast if you don't go along with the plan. If you don't want to get a vaccination, you ain't going to be able to go into banks. You ain't going to be able to go into restaurants, you know? So I'm saying all of that to say we see how each kingdom has ruled. And you see the state of the earth of each kingdom. And Esau's kingdom, you know, he's more diverse than all of the kingdoms, man. He's took everything that was from each of those kingdoms and combined it into his and made it even worse, even more perverse than all of them, you know? But come on, let's go ahead. What you have to say? You about to ask something?
Yeah, and I just want to say, basically, to all these things that you do that we just numbered, we're going to save us from all these things, man. Only Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. And that's what you're going to see, man. Only the Lord can save us from all these things, because when Esau comes down, more and more of this great wrath we're seeing right now starting, or when Jacob's trouble starts, when these people are hunting us, when these people want to kill us, when these people are going to have us maybe some guillotines, so on and so forth, all these, what is it called, grievous things happen unto us, who's going to save us, man? We ourselves. Some other person, not only our Bashmi, our Shai.
Come,
And that's the thing, man.
come,
But,
man.
come. But it's Isaiah 28 and 21. For Yahweh shall rise up as in Mount Perazim. He shall be wroth as in the valley of Gibeon, that he may do his work, his strange work, and bring to pass his act, his strange act.
Go ahead,
Come,
Ike. I'm gonna look up something real quick. Go ahead.
come. So basically, talking about the strange act, talking about our salvation, man. The strange act is talking about the chariots coming back and delivering us from this common destruction, from this common um destruction and basically death that's come upon this world, man. Because when all these things happen, the ice beam missiles, when they're going to kill you, maybe some of us gonna be killed. Like it says in Revelation 24, somebody beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai. And I didn't have to take the mark of the beast, so on and so forth. Worship his image. But all these things, but many of us, the rest of you of the number, gonna be saved to these chariots. It's gonna be like, let me get a picture real quick. In Isaiah 59 and 19.
Come.
And it says, so look here.
Go ahead, Ike. Go ahead.
And it says, so shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him.
Against them. Come.
And that's the thing, man. Because when you think about it, man, the flood, you can't stop a flood, man. When a flood comes, we're gonna stop it.
Nothing.
You're gonna hold them to a tree, the tree gonna be blown away. Everything gonna be blown away. This fashion gonna come at Esau and these other nations upon us. And who's gonna deliver us? Yahweh Bashmi Shai, with spiritual powers and also with the chariots, man. He got his own way. He got his way to deliver us. And one big part of this deliverance, or the deliverance at the end, gonna be the chariots from the destruction of this whole world, man.
And
the strange
all
act,
nations
man.
are gonna see.
Yeah.
All nations are gonna see. That's why it says, when he cometh with clouds, all nations are gonna wail. They're gonna be. Is that Revelation?
1 and 7.
1 and 7.
Come.
Let's go ahead and keep going before we jump down to that.
This is Wisdom Psalm chapter 5, verse 1. And it says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for.
Because they're not going to be able to believe that there are people getting beamed up into these chariots, man.
That's true.
They're not going to believe that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true power of these chariots, man. They are our chariots. They are our vehicles. It's going to be so strange for them to even. They're going to be so confounded, man. They're not going to believe it. They're gonna be so ashamed and so scared and.
This is spirit.
Part of that's because Esau's pushed it in his movies about these alien invasions and all of these weird things that's happening in space, and then these green beings coming out of these chariots, these UFOs, as they say. Taking people and beaming them up and doing all weird type of science experiments on them. And when Esau is the one that's doing that, Esau is the one doing all the weird science experiments on people, catching them, taking them in underground bunkers and shit, and splicing them with other genes, and making people disappear. That's Esau's thing.
God, when you think about this, Esau is the alien from this world, man. Because it's contrary to the world, man. He's the real alien, man.
Yeah.
But the thing is, what Esau want to paint with the narrative is that the foreigners that come from somewhere else are the enemies. But it's not true. It's not true, man. They are not our enemies, man. They are our salvation. They are our brothers up there, man. Saving us through Spring Prophet Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, how Ratazah, man. But Esau want to have you in the delusion, like, when you see the alien invasion, like what is Reagan said, man.
Where's what?
Ronald Reagan, was it? The one president that said basically we're gonna unite us. Just say that, I can remember right. So like it.
He said that the outside threat is gonna make us all forget our problems with one another and make us work together.
And this is what the hope are still gonna be destroyed, man. The great multitude gonna still be destroyed, man. Like it
Mm-hmm.
says Second Ezra, man. But yeah, but going back to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 verse 3, because it said basically people gonna be wailing, so on and so forth,
Mm-hmm.
and they repenting, groaning for anguish of spirit, shall say within themselves, "This was he whom we had sometimes in derision, and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness, and his end to be without honor.
Okay.
How is he numbered among the children of the Most High, and his lot is among the saints?"
Mm-hmm. They're gonna be confounded, man. They're gonna be ashamed that they've had their hands on us, that they've destroyed all of our, you know. That's why it even says in Revelation 17, where it says, "This is her that was drunken with the blood of the saints." I think it was.
You want that?
Yeah, let's get that right quick,
Okay.
because you know they America and Esau has worn out the saints, man.
Mhm.
You know, they've been trying to exterminate us for since time began, since America was founded. They've been trying to uh, exterminate us. They used us for science experiments to figure out how they can
Mhm.
use vaccines. All of these vaccines and all of this medicine, they tested it on their slaves.
Go.
They didn't get Edomites and tested it on them. They had an abundant source of slaves. You know, the ones that they didn't want anymore, they would sell them to scientists. You know,
Guinea
they
pigs.
look at the Tuskegee experiments where they
Mhm.
did syphilis for many years on Jake, man, on the
Go.
Negroes, and let them reproduce with women. Then they've been telling
Mhm.
them that they gave them syphilis. You know, seeing how it affects the body. You know, and that's just some of the stuff that we know. You know,
Mhm.
Esau, he has so many things hidden in the dark, or so to speak, has so many skeletons in the closet. When it's gonna come out, when it's gonna be found, that Esau's not gonna get any mercy, man. But
Mhm.
go ahead, get that.
It's Revelation chapter 17 and verse 6. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints,
Mm-hmm.
and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. And when I
You see,
saw her, so like,
go ahead.
and when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration.
You see, the woman drunken with the blood of the saints
Mhm.
and of the martyrs of Yahushua. You know, so that even tells you that there are going to be people that are going to be martyrs in this truth,
Go.
especially in these times right now, and we're about to come into, where we're going to be persecuted for not having that RFID chip for that vaccine.
Mhm.
You know, that mark of the beast system. You know,
Go.
they're going to come at you. They're gonna make it very hard. They already
Go.
saying that you can't go to work. They want to pass it so you can't work without the chip. You
Go.
can't go to restaurants without a vaccine.
Yeah, just watch
You
out
know,
with the V word, man,
say
because they're
again.
gonna take it down. Just watch out with the V word, the Maxime, because when we say too often, it'll be taken down.
Oh yeah, can't.
This why.
But yeah,
Um,
man, you know,
okay.
without their stuff, without
Mm-hmm.
their injections, whatever they want to call it, man.
Go.
But still, when you don't have it, when you don't have that mark, that proof that you have it, they're gonna already withheld services from you. They're already making
Yeah.
it hard right now. You can't go to restaurants. You
Mm-hmm.
can't go to any stores if you don't got a mask on. You can't go to the gas station. You can't go to the grocery
Yeah.
store.
But this is the thing, man. Like you said, man, because what they're doing is they're taking everything from away from you, and then they're gonna have the perfect solution to get your old life back,
Yeah,
which is not true. You know,
go
because when
back
you think
to
about it,
normal.
yeah, what they got, they took away the basically pleasure. You can go out to cinema, you can go to clubs, you can go to do anything outside. You can't even go to restaurants to eat. You can only order. You know, you can't go outside to enjoy the sun. Sunday, for example, in the big city. You know, or this shiny day in the city. Why? Because you have to wear the mask and everything. And you
Mm-hmm.
see him, man. Hey, Esau is fooling all these people, and then you're gonna come back. "Yeah, I got the solution right here. You know, you just have to take that vaccine, man. And you're gonna come back to know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Devil, man.
you
Yeah,
take
man.
this and you go, and you don't even gotta wear that mask no more.
Yeah, man. No, 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 no. I remember they said in Germany, even if you have that vaccine, man, you have to still wear the mask.
That Maxine,
I was laughing my ass off when I had that shit, man. But it's true, man.
and yeah, it's
He's
crazy.
just a devil, man.
Come,
Damn.
but let's get into the
Come.
precepts.
This is Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolding itself, and the brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof, as the color of amber, out of the midst of the fire.
You see, and that was a description of that's Ezekiel, right?
Ezekiel 1 4. Yeah.
Yeah, that's he's describing what he saw. He describing that chariot. Read it again, I.
Ezekiel 1 and 4. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a
That
great.
whirlwind, you know, that whirlwind is it. And that's another thing that I was talking about. You know, when we describe things, we describe the things of our generation, of our time. You know, if I was to describe an airplane right now, you know, I would say it's like a big metal bird with wings that don't flap. They straight out. You know what I mean? Like they have wings that are straight and they fly very fast. Some fly very fast and super high, and they have a red and a green light on them. You know what I'm saying? So when we read the precepts, there are the prophets explain or to describe them with the way that they spoke in those days. You know, so we have to have a certain discernment to understand what they say, because just like the arrows, you know, which are the ICBM missiles, you know, there was no missile back in that day, so he described it as what he could think of, which is an arrow. You
Yeah,
know, and
because
when you look at them, they do look like arrows. You know,
yeah, and it's even true. It's like flying like an arrow because it goes up and then for a certain period
yeah,
comes
like as
down
an
again.
arc.
Yeah,
You
like
know,
an arc, you know.
so he's described. He says enfolding on itself, so it
Mm,
looks like it's revolving in that flame of amber, that fire. You know, he saw that light
the
inside
light.
of it. You know,
Yeah, kind of lights. Yes, right.
come.
Come. And the fire unfolding itself, and the brightness was about it, and
Mm-hmm.
out of the midst thereof, as the color of amber, out of the midst of the fire.
Mm-hmm. So he
Come.
was describing the chariot. You got something?
Yeah, because when you go down the whole chapter, basically, when you go down to verse 28, there are different forms of chariot. One was like the barrel, one was like the basically rainbow, rainbow colors, so on and so
Yeah.
forth. So the different they're not come only the don't be simple. They don't only come in the amber form. They come all different kinds of form. Like we see,
Just like Jake.
yeah, yeah,
Just
gun,
like Jake, man. You
gun,
know,
mm,
when we all got our own style. You know what I mean?
gun,
Like we all are one body, but we all have our own light, our own our own way. You know,
gun.
and yeah, we all are the army, but we all have our own talents. You
Yeah, we're
know,
not like Esau Army. We won't be like Esau Army, man. Esau Army,
yeah,
everybody's same, right? We don't
yeah,
need that unity thing like that. We're gonna be the same. Nah, man. We're gonna be looking different, but still we're
because we
gonna be one
already the
army.
same here.
That's
You know what
right,
I mean?
man.
We already
Come.
on one accord with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding with that oil.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't need to have that dress right dress, left right left. You know,
Yeah.
it's already going to be given. We're going to know the laws, the statutes, and commandments. We're going to know how to conduct ourselves. It's
Come.
not going to have to show that way. You know.
Come. Got a precept. Real quick for what we said. It's Amos 3 and 3. Can two walk together except to be agreed?
Okay.
Because this is the thing, man. Esau may be looking the same in his army, but he's not agreed in the same manner. Some just there for money. Some are just there because they didn't have a job, which is also money. Some are there because they want to fight. Some are there really because they're patriots. But that's it, man. So they're all diverse. But we're gonna have one goal, one mindset, man. We're gonna be all in the same mind, man. So we don't have to
Service of
teach each other.
Yahweh by
Yeah,
Hashem Yahweh Shai.
that's true, man. And truth is sincerity, man.
Hmm.
Finally, 100%, man.
And now
Go.
wisdom is going to give us so much power, man. You know.
Mm.
And that's another thing what about Esau's military. When one gets a little bit power over the other, he
I'm jealous.
he abuses it, man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He takes it to another level. But
Mm.
anyways, just neither here nor there. What you about to get,
Come.
Matthew?
Yeah, Matthew. Come, come,
Go
come. Matthew 24 and 30. And then, let me say 29.
ahead.
And immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall give shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. Verse 30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn,
Mm-hmm.
and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory.
Mm-hmm. And that glory is his army, his power. You know, the clouds of heaven are the chariots.
Come,
You know,
come. Can I get a quick picture for that, real
so
quick?
go ahead.
Isaiah 31 and 5. As birds flying, so will Yahweh of hosts defend Jerusalem. Defending also, he will deliver it, and passing over, he will preserve it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
God is talking about the chariots flying war formation, man. Flying
Come.
over the basically of Israel, defending us, and then also what it says, delivering us. How, man? We're going to be beamed up into them, man.
Mm-hmm.
Through the supreme power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man.
Because when you look at the book of Exodus,
Mm-hmm.
when we were in the wilderness, he protected us then also. You
Correct.
know, he protected us with a chariot, by a flame of fire by night,
By
and a
night,
and a pillar of smoke by day. You know what I mean? If
cloud,
I'm
yeah.
not
Come,
mistaken.
come,
You
come.
know,
And pillar of cloud
so
on day.
yeah, pillar by cloud by day. So just imagine how he's gonna do it, in what manner of fashion he's gonna do it when he wants his power to be seen, his name to be praised,
Mm-hmm.
throughout all the earth. You know,
Come, come. And
come.
also, when you think about it, because said all the tribes of the earth shall mourn. So
Mm-hmm.
because the world thinking when so-called Jesus Christ is gonna come back, which is Yahushua gonna come back, everybody gonna be rejoicing now. They're gonna be waiting national teeth. They're gonna be sorrow, man. Lamentation gonna be there, man. If you're not in the
Come.
right with the Lord, you're gonna be lamenting, man.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why we have to get right with the Lord right now, man.
Because they're gonna
Seek him
think
while he
it's
be
an
worthy to be
alien
found.
invasion. You
Yeah,
know,
man.
they're gonna
They don't know
think
what's
it's
coming.
Armageddon, and it is Armageddon for their ass. You know, for
Yeah.
for for those people.
For the
You know.
world belief, because Armageddon, of course, is talking about the mountain of truth. But for their beliefs, yeah, man, because they're like, oh my God, Armageddon is the end times, you know?
You know, in the
They'll
world,
be
in
like
the
this,
worldly
man.
terms. You know.
Can. Yeah, man.
Okay.
And that's the thing. But verse 31, Matthew 24 and 31. But let me read 30 again, Babu Kisham.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other.
Mm-hmm. So the Lord's gonna send His angels on that day to gather His elect. You know, and all nations, all tribes. It says all the tribes of the earth shall mourn. So
Mm-hmm.
they all are gonna see this glorious, strange act happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're gonna
Go,
see the Negroes, Latinos, well, the elect, and the 1/3 of women and children and men
mm-hmm.
being beamed up, being taken off this earth
Go,
in these chariots.
go.
It's gonna be a glorious day, but it's gonna be such a "I told you so" moment. You know what I mean? Like, because the Lord has pushed His word to the four corners.
Mm-hmm.
You know, on YouTube, on TikTok, the Israelites are the thing to talk about now. You know,
Yeah. It's a mainstream now.
yeah,
That's why you
the
see,
Lord made it
because
mainstream.
yeah, because I was thinking about it too. I saw this other. Remember we were talking about these camps popping up everywhere out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I just saw it on my feed. It said 18,000 views, right? I was like, see, these kids get 18,000 views, but a video about the mark of the beast where you can really learn something, get 5 views, 500 views or something. And then, but Esau is really, you know how Jake is. Jake said, oh, a lot of clicks. I have to see it. Boom, go on it,
Esau
right?
want to be. I mean, Jake want to be entertained.
Yeah, and then you go on it. You know what it said? 400 views or 5,000 views. Not even 1% of it, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it's crazy, man.
But
You know.
and those algorithms, they know who to send those
Yeah.
videos to. You
Come.
know, they know what to suggest to who, what you watch and who you agree with. So if you're watching WFI and HOI and if Elder Manatazakba say, you camp banging or something, not camp, no, camp jumping or something like this, he said.
Yeah, probably camp hoppers,
Yeah, camp
something like this.
hoppers. You know,
Yeah,
you
camp
you
hoppers.
watching, you can't, you're gonna get confused. And Esau, he
Yeah.
wants you to be confused.
Come.
He wants you to be in derision. He wants you to be not with the Most High,
Come.
because his job as the physical embodiment of Satan is to keep you away from this word, keep you away from the truth,
Keep you in the
to
world.
keep you in darkness, man.
Come. Come. Because I think about it also, like these things, for many people, they're reading right now the strange act, the salvation of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
They can comprehend it, man. But you can
Mm-hmm.
comprehend it, but you don't want to be seen weird. You don't want to see weird in this world. And that's the
But we
thing,
are
man.
weird,
Come.
we are weird into this world. We are not of this world,
Come. Yeah,
and that's
that's
what a lot of
good.
people can't accept. They want that glory in the eyes of people.
Come. So lucky because we got some more comments, but didn't pop up. But yeah, we got here. Um, here
Okay.
Amram Khan Khan Nox Tazak. Shalom. Yahweh Bashmi Yoshai Bashmi Kakadash Brakata.
Khan,
You
Shalom,
know.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua Bashim Kakadash Barakatan.
Yeah, man.
Khan.
And that's the thing, man. And that's beautiful, man. Because when you think about it too, you're just watching one cam, you just watch GMS, but Satan want to try to confuse him, man. But you just have to stay on the straight and narrow path, man. But yeah, man. We're gonna go
Let's
to
keep going.
Revelation, again, Revelation 15:1. And it says, "And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues. For in them is filled the wrath of the Most High. And I
Mm-hmm.
saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High."
And so that tells you a lot. That tells you that there are going to be people who don't receive the mark, who don't receive, who don't die because of Esau, are not martyrs. So they're going to be get salvation and be taken off the earth and stand on that sea of glass. That's when those ICBM missiles and that fire is burning the earth, and they're going to be standing over it and looking at it.
Come,
You got
come,
something?
yeah, because when you think about the sea of glass mingled with fire, sea of glass, like we always say, man, it's the ozone layer, man. And we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna be above the ozone layer.
That's
So
what
we're
I
gonna
forgot.
look
Yeah,
down.
Khan.
We're gonna look down to the chariots, through the holes in basically the windows in the chariots. We're gonna look down. We're gonna see the destruction on the earth, man. What does it mean? You saved from the destruction of the world because the world is destroyed. Why are you looking at it? So you're not involved in it, man. You know, and that's the
Mm-hmm.
beautiful thing because the Lord is beautiful, man. How it describes it when you think about it, the sea of glass mingled with fire. It's just beautiful, man. And then you got the
I,
fire with the laser beams and the chariots in there, man. Hey, this is gonna be something, man.
I often say like I can't even be that creative to put those words like that.
Come,
When you read certain things in the scriptures, like you just see how creative and
come.
how he put words together,
Hmm.
and how he explained things. You can't even begin to you wouldn't even explain it like that, like how
Come,
he explained it, and it just shows you how powerful and how beautiful his word is, and he himself,
come,
the creator of creation, the creator of creativity,
hmm come,
of imagination,
come,
it's amazing, man. Salakia, go ahead.
come. And then verse 3. So basically, we're gonna be rejoicing, man, in the kingdom, right? In the chariots, right? We're gonna be partying, man. We're gonna be crying and shit.
They
Beautiful.
they they
Yeah.
they over that have victory over the beast, over the European Union and the Edomites system, the whole system that they're setting up right now, that with the draconian laws, there are going to be people who have a victory over that, who are
Mhm.
going to make it through, over the mark, over his image, and not succumbing into the things that Esau is pushing. There are going to be people that are going to make it through that. The 144,000 and the one third of women, children, and men. They're going to make
Mhm.
it through all of those things. Go ahead,
Come.
Ad.
In verse 3, and they sing the song of Moses, the servant of the Most High, and the song of the Lamb, saying, "Great and marvelous are thy works,
Mm-hmm.
Yahweh, power almighty. Just and true are thy ways, thou King of saints." And that's
Mm-hmm.
beautiful, man. We're gonna be rejoicing this king in the chariots, man. We're gonna be reunited with Yahweh Shai, man. Finally, man.
That's gonna be a beautiful day, man.
Yeah, man. Like it says in Second Ezra, to we got second chapter, man. We're gonna Yaharatha are gonna be off the number, but the elect gonna be crowned, man. The 144,000 men gonna be crowned from Yahweh Shai, man, himself.
From his hands himself.
Yeah,
It's
go,
gonna be a beautiful day.
go. But yeah,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna be First Thessalonians,
Yeah.
chapter 4 and verse. Let me start at 16. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of an archangel, and with the trumpet of the Most High, and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. And one point that, yeah, I just want to point one thing out, because it says the Lord shall descend. So you're gonna come down, man. Because if I remember right, descend means coming down. God, so you're gonna come down to the supreme power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. So showing you that the chariot's gonna be there and you're gonna come down, man. But verse and the dead Hamashiach Yahweh Shai gonna be rise first, man. So you're gonna be first with the Lord, man. So don't worry about the death, man. Don't worry if you have to die for Yahweh Shai, man. But verse 17, then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds.
It's gonna be beautiful, man.
To meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord.
You see?
Beautiful, man.
Okay. So the people who survive Esau's wickedness that he's pushing right now, they're going to be called up into the chariots, and they're going to be with the ones who died, who were martyrs for Yahweh Shai, and they're going to be with them. What did it say? Forever? Doesn't it say that?
Yeah, like ever.
Forever, ever.
We shall ever be with the Lord.
Even so, yeah.
Come. And that's the thing. Yeah, we got a precept on the combo real quick. Revelation 2:10, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast someone of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, I was cut off. Unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
You see?
Go. It's a beautiful precept, man.
Because this life is this life, death is gonna be I often think about Braveheart. I know you're gonna say something about William Wallace. At the end, when they killed William Wallace, man, and how he screamed freedom, and that's to die for Yahweh Shai, to die believing in him. If you are of that lot, it's still, just like the brother just put that precept up there, be faithful unto death, and he's going to give you a crown of life, man. And he's going to put it on your head by his own hand. That's beautiful, man.
Come on. This from Pofia Bashmir, man. That's beautiful, man.
Come, man.
But going to Isaiah 16:8, it says.
Oh, and just for FYI, that movie, Braveheart, that was about they turned that movie into Edomites. They made it about Edomites, but that was about Jake's fighting. That was us, the Irelands and the Scots and the Irish and all of that. That was Jake, and they changed them into dirty animals and Edomites like that. But that's just the wickedness of Esau. I found that out way after being in the truth. That was one of my favorite movies when I was younger. But go ahead, Axelakia.
No, it's good, man. And like we just read, man, because we have to understand the strange act gonna be really a strange act, man. Because this is not this we see it as normal because we can visualize, we can see it, but it's not normal to this world. So a UFO, like they call it, a chariot gonna come pop up in the sky, a round thing, gonna lift up people, and it's gonna be normal. No, it's gonna be the strangest thing that ever happened in this life. Why? Because weapons, ICB missiles are normal. They even talk about the World War III, so on and so forth. Okay, but to see this, to see somebody go up into a thing that you never saw, this is gonna be cracking their minds up, man.
It's gonna break their minds. That's why I say they're gonna wail. The tribes of the earth gonna cry. They're gonna be in utter in utter horror. They're gonna be in straight up confusion.
Go.
You know, and when you watch those movies like Independence Day, when they saw the chariots come, what people started doing, they started robbing each other. They started going crazy. They started running around. You know, cars was crashing into each other. The whole earth gonna stop on this day, man. They're not gonna believe it. You know what I mean? Like the whole everything gonna cease, and then all attention is gonna be on Yahweh Shai and his chosen people, man.
Yeah,
it's gonna be beautiful.
Because everybody gonna see it, man. Like we're about to read a couple of precepts, but the thing is, like we always said, or a couple of times said Salakia. I want to say also said, is in the fear of death, people gonna show their fear face, man. When these people gonna see these things, because you just described it perfectly. The people saw the chariots, so they're fearing for death. What they're gonna do? I have to get, have to get the last thing, have to get the last good thing, the last food, have to get it. Have to get the baddest chick out here, have to get it. These things, man, they're gonna show their face. You think they're sincere, you think they're gonna do something good, but they're not, man. They were faking it.
Sparing none.
It's true, man.
Go
ahead, and through all that, the only thing that are gonna deliver us is Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shah, man. Nothing else, man. But going to Isaiah 60:8, and it says, "Who are these that fly as a cloud, and as the doves to their windows?"
That's those chariots, man. We're gonna be in those chariots, flying as it's gonna be beautiful. And I keep saying it, but it's gonna be such a strange and amazing thing that there's no other way to explain it. It's gonna be utter shock to the nations, man. That all this time, the people that they counted as nothing, like in Wisdom of Solomon, as it says, counted his life madness, casted them off, called him a byword, a nigga, I was just reading this thing the other day. If the hood is so broke, right? If the hood of the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, then why all of these nations got their businesses there? If it's so broke, then why all those liquor stores and pawn shops and Chinese food restaurants, why they all in our neighborhoods then if it's so broke?
And surviving and making good money.
Because they all been leeching like parasites off of Jake, man.
Yeah, man.
Esau needs Jake. He dislikes him, but he needs him. Because without us, nothing goes. Go ahead. What were you about to say?
Because when you think about the kingdom, because you just said like without us nothing goes. How he established his kingdom? Through free labor, right? And how he got the free labor through us, man. Because we was wicked. Yeah. Go.
All of the inventions that they have came from us. I often tell people, why would Edomite create an iron? He didn't have to iron his clothes. A washing machine. He didn't have to wash his clothes. There was a Negro. I call him a Negro. He was making cars way before Henry Ford was making cars. The stoplight, refrigeration, the toilet, everything. Peanut, chips, internet, cell phones, everything came from Jake, man.
Cool.
But yet still, Esau perpetuates as we are, or they vilify us on the news every night and teach the whole world to hate us. Through their media, through their witchcraft.
But it's good like that, man. Honestly say it's good like that because you're gonna get his due payback in due time, man. You're gonna get the perfect payback for all the wickedness that he spread, for all the lies that he spoke, man. So, hey, that's beautiful, man. Because through the Lord, we're gonna get justice. They talk always about justice, about the right thing. We're gonna get the right thing through Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, man.
But when you read it to them, they don't want it. They don't want to
read that. They don't want to believe it.
Yeah.
You want to believe something they're gonna destroy you? You want to believe something they're gonna give you pain? They won't believe that, man. Even if it's the truth. Even they know this is the truth and they don't want to believe it. Because they're like, no. I won't go into slavery. I won't be destroyed by fire. No. I can't. No, I'm Esau, That's Esau's mentality, man.
That was Jake. When Moses told them what was going to happen, it was like, what? Boy, get out of here, Moses. Jake was being rebellious, man.
Yeah, man. This why That's why the Lord destroyed. Why do we think we're going to the 40 years of wilderness, man? The Lord destroyed us, man. The Lord basically destroyed a whole generation. The generation of
How many
unbelievers He destroyed.
how many men made it out of the wilderness?
Oh, let me go into
I
that.
forgot how many it said.
Take number 16 chapter. What is it? Let me check real quick. What is it? Rebellion of Israel. No. 16 chapter. 40 years of wilderness. Jesus, no, man, what's before that? I don't know. Basically, what I know, I can find it, man. I can find it because offering, invitations, friends, remembrance.
I remember it was a very low number out of all of the men that was there.
Yeah.
He saved a very minuscule amount of Israel.
Well, let me do it right here. What I'm doing.
But even still, it was Jake that said we wasn't going to go into slavery. Nah, we not gonna. This not gonna happen to us. This, that, and the third. And
Yeah.
what happened? You know, we were
It's right there.
destroyed. The Lord told us many things through the mouth of Moses, man. Told us that He was going to take the remembrance of us out of the earth, and it's going to make us serve people, wood and stone. The book of Deuteronomy tells us completely of all the things that the Lord cursed us with. And Moses said, if you do not do these things, this is what's going to happen. And we didn't hearken unto it. So now we're telling Esau that things are going to happen to him, and he's not hearkening unto it. He's not listening. He's thinking that he's what? He is, and there's none else beside him. He's claiming, he's professing himself to be as the Most High. He put himself up as Jesus Christ, as Yahweh Shai. And when you Google any type of heavenly thing, you don't find one melanated skin person anywhere. The only way that you find any type of dark skinned person is when you start talking about the Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites that have pushed this truth. When you type in Yahweh Shai, then you're going to see the true image of him. But when you say God and heaven and angels, you don't see the truth. You see what Esau perpetuates into the earth as his truth.
Cool. But it's basically I just want to pretty much said basically Moses when Joshua and Caleb came back with the other spies and the spies gave a wrong report. It doesn't say the number of it. I can't find the number, but basically they did their own thing and then the Lord destroyed their asses.
I remember somewhere. How much is I'm gonna find it? We're gonna do a lesson on
it.
Let's keep going.
But this Revelation chapter 11 and verse 12. And it says, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them.
You see? So our enemies are going to see. And Psalms 83 tells you who our enemies are. The enemies of the Most High, who are all in confederate against Israel, the children of Israel, against the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, that wanted to cut us off as a nation. The Moabites, the Chinese, the Ammonites, the Japanese, the Ishmaelites, the Saudi Arabians, and the Persians, and the chief one of all, Esau, Edom, Amalekites, Temanites, and it's so many ways to discern the scriptures, and the Lord gives it so easily plain out that if you don't really, it's not hard to understand it. First off, you got to have the understanding through the Lord. He got to be dealing with you, but it's written plain on the table. You know what I mean? Like we know who the enemies are because we see it today. who still are going against us, who still don't want us to call ourselves what we truly are. You know, they call you
Everybody.
anti-Semitic when you call yourself the real Jew. Or now you anti-Semitic. Well, how the hell am I anti-Semitic when, if you look at it, Jacob and Esau are brothers. They both are Semitic. That word itself doesn't even exist.
And how you can be
Semitic is made
anti-Semitic?
up.
Yeah,
Huh?
and how you can be anti-Semitic if you're Semitic yourself, man? Makes
That's
no
what I'm
sense.
saying. You know,
Yeah.
we all stem from Shem. So how am I anti-Semitic? You know,
Come.
it
Yeah,
just show
man.
you who the enemies are, and they're gonna behold us when we go into those chariots, man.
Come. Because like
How
I
much
said
is that?
before,
We are the number.
because like I said before in First Thessalonians, right? Descend, and there says ascend, man. So I'm showing you, man. That you're gonna be beautiful, man. You're gonna be beautiful, and like it says, come up hither, man. The voice gonna come up hither, and we're gonna be delivered, man. And it's gonna be beautiful, man.
And those nations that they're gonna be standing there like, what the heck? How is this dude floating into the sky?
Come.
He's going into a spaceship, a UFO. They're gonna be so confounded, man.
Come.
That's strange. It's gonna be stranger to them. The
Mm.
Negroes,
Come.
you know, who we call a nigger. He's of the children of the Most High Power, God. Come on, man.
Come.
They're not gonna want to accept it, but they're going to. Go ahead, Ar.
This is Revelation chapter 1, verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen.
You want to go ahead and get that? You want to break it down?
So basically, because he coming with clouds talking about the chariots, because he coming with a massive amount of chariots. It's gonna be a chariot, like basically so-called alien invasion, man. Gonna be so much chariot. You can imagine like really the whole sky gonna be covered like this alien invasion. Then you get the big fathership in it. You know?
Yeah, don't say mother. And
Yeah.
just look at Independence Day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Over the San Francisco Bridge,
Mhm.
when that came out of the clouds, and all them cars looked up. Remember the little skit that we had found from before?
I think
And
so. Yeah.
and you're gonna hear that loud trump, and it's gonna they're gonna be in utter shock and terror, man. You know.
Come.
But go ahead.
And every eye shall see him. So everybody gonna see him. Why? Because like we just said, right? In Independence Day, what gonna happen? Every news channel gonna put the camera on there, and they're gonna be everywhere, man. They're gonna cover the sky. Gonna be on the TV. It's gonna be out. You can't escape it. We just say it like that, man.
They're gonna be
And
on your Instagram live, Facebook live. It's gonna be
they're like, oh my God, bro, so good,
all eyes
everybody.
gonna be like what's that song? All eyes on me.
Good,
That's
good,
what the
good.
Lord gonna do in that day. All eyes are gonna be on Him.
That's right.
All people are gonna stop what they're doing on that day. It ain't gonna be. It's gonna be known who the Lord Yahweh Shai is and His chosen people.
Good. Because like we're gonna read Haratazan second Ezra, these nations gonna fight against each other, right? They're gonna stop because they're gonna see the ancient invasion gonna fight against them together. You know? And that's the thing, man.
Just
But
like Ronald Reagan said.
God. Yeah, man, because you know. And they also which pierced him, so they talk about regeneration. Also the people that crucified Yahweh are gonna be back in this time and gonna see him. You know? And all the kings of the earth shall wail because of him, like we said before, they're gonna be lamentation. Because they're gonna realize, oh shit, man, I fucked up. I fucked up. These are the children of the Messiah, the children of God, man. They are the children of God, man. And I treated them like that. I'm done. Beautiful.
Many people are gonna say this.
Go.
You know. But go ahead, Ar.
Yeah, man. It's one of the precepts. This Psalms 144 and 5. Bow thy heavens, O Yahweh, and come down. Touch the mountains, and they shall smoke. And let's go. Let me just real quick go into the word bow. Just to get the Hebrew word. Wait a second. Because bow the heavens basically means to bend the heavens. And go into the word bow, it says nata, the Hebrew nata, and it says to stretch out, extend, spread out, incline, bend, bow. See? Turn, incline, to bend, to bow. So basically, what's gonna happen is, like we say, portal portal, like we learn portal
What had
portal.
happened was,
What happened was, basically, the Lord gonna open up a portal, gonna come down, and gonna open up again. So basically, like you got in, what is it called,
a
in
vortex.
yeah, vortex, yeah, German Wurmloch, call it Wurmloch, which,
Wormhole.
yeah, wormhole. Gotta
Hmm.
gotta have a wormhole, and basically the because we're gonna read it right now, is right real quick in Second Ezra, the 13th chapter. They're gonna come down with mass amount of chariots. They're really gonna be invasion, man. We're gonna take this kingdom, basically. You know,
Hmm.
the supreme power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Gone. And that's the thing. So basically, bend the heavens means to invert them. That basically to basically to spread the realm that we can come through it, or the chariots come through it, basically. But yeah,
Wasn't it like this? What
I can.
Tazaba has showed us. Tazaba Shar.
No, no, okay, it's lucky. I can see it. Yeah, you can even go to just type in might side. You know what I'm
My
saying?
side.
Yeah, because remember when we went
Oh
to
yeah.
there, we got the perfect picture then, man, to the spirit. And man,
Hmm.
that's the
But go
thing.
ahead.
So this was also the spirit when we was there. We just the brother just looked up and said, "Hey, this is gonna be this the bending of heavens, man, about the heavens, man." And this is beautiful. You know, when the brother got the picture, it's gonna be beautiful, man. I can look it up too. You got it?
I can't find it.
Let
I'm
me look it
looking.
real quick.
There it is.
You got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You see that? So basically, because see, it's big and then it goes small and then goes big open again. You know, so gonna
And it goes
come
down
from,
through the whole thing. You know.
yeah. See, and that's the spirit, man. And it's just like not even like 2 minutes from where we teach, man. It's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Why should Isa set it up there? And then you go, what you got there? Like in the wintertime, remember you got the
I
reindeers in
was
there.
just. Hey, look what look it up. I was just putting the
See,
picture up of it. You
it's a
see.
spirit, man.
You see the reindeers going into the vortex. You
Yeah,
see it.
coming out. See,
Yeah.
man. It's no coincidence, man. But yeah,
Hmm. But go ahead.
go.
Let's continue.
This is Second Ezra chapter 13 and verse 1. And it says, "And it came to pass, after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night. And lo, there rose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven."
You see. I read it again. So like I was just showing again
Okay.
the portal
Asalaki,
portal.
Asalaki. Kanka. Yeah, man, see, this is big. It is best. This is top picture. Yeah, it's good like that. You can see really in there, man. The water.
Chariot gonna come out of
Yeah,
that, man. It's gonna be
come.
beautiful. Go ahead, Salakia.
So good. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven.
Hmm.
Come.
That thousands of heaven are the angels, and they got all chariots too.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Like in Ezekiel first chapter, man.
Hmm.
Wherever the angels go, the chariots follow. So basically,
Yeah.
they're controlling the chariots, man.
Hmm.
You know, and
It's
the
like they
man,
linked with the mind. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
they're
It
controlling
said
them,
as
man.
he went to the left, the chariot
Yeah,
went to the left. As he went to
go,
the right, the chariot went to the right. Yeah.
go. And the man waxed strong is Yahweh Shai, man.
Come.
And when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen under him. Verse 4. And
Hmm.
whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire.
Hmm.
Verse
And
5. And
that's talking about how what's going to happen as they do what? Oh, go ahead. It's about. I was about to say it, but it's right. It's next verse. Go ahead.
verse 5. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men, out of number, from the four winds out of heaven, to subdue the man that came out of the sea.
Hmm. They want to go to war. They're gonna want to try to go against Yahushua, man.
Mhm.
They're gonna they're gonna thirst to that fight.
Go.
Keep going, huh?
Verse 6. And I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain, and flew upon it.
That's
Verse
his
7.
chariot.
Go.
Go ahead, Art.
But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not.
Yeah, because his chariot is so huge. He's like, where did it come from? He
Go.
can't even see where it is.
Go.
Where did it come from? He couldn't even see because it
That's
was
right.
so huge.
So, okay. Verse 8. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet durst fight.
Because they're gonna be following the orders of what these European Union and Esau, and these the beast system. They're gonna be
Yeah.
afraid. When you see a
Yeah.
chariot that's so big and one man standing on top of it,
Yeah.
they're gonna be like, "What the heck? How can we fight that?" But
Yeah.
they still gonna try.
And that's the
Just
thing,
like,
man. It's
go
lucky.
ahead. What to
I
say?
didn't want to cut you off, no, it's lucky.
No, go ahead.
No, no, just what it says, just
Just
because I
like
got the
how
point.
the Lord hardened his heart, the
It's the
Pharaoh's
spirit.
heart, man.
Go.
You know,
Go.
the Pharaoh saw all the things that was happening to his people, but he still was like, no,
Go.
because the Lord made his heart like that. He made him. He hardened his heart. So he's
Go.
gonna do what? He's gonna do the same thing to these heathen nations, to all these soldiers that are gathering, so he can show his power. He can show his might.
Go.
So everybody gonna fear. Go ahead, Art.
Kind of just grabbed the words out of my mouth. Want to say same exact thing, but the thing is,
I gave you a chance to say it. I
yeah,
told you.
yeah, it's the spirit, man. But what I want to say is, you have to understand that Ezra saw this chariot, and it was so big that he couldn't say where it coming from. So it was so huge that he couldn't say, "Hey, it's coming from, I don't know, back, back,
Yeah,
back, back, back." That
yeah,
was so big, man.
yeah.
Yeah,
Probably
man.
just covered the whole sky. He like,
Go.
what? He looked this way, he see
Yeah.
chariot. He looked this way, he see one. He can't see where it came from. Go ahead, Art.
Hey, hate the honor, man. Verse 9. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lift up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it had been a blast of fire, and of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. Verse 11. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which were prepared to fight, and burnt them up everyone, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Yeah, man.
As I just said, he's gonna show his power. He's gonna show his might, man. The
Go.
Lord is gonna be glorified in the earth again. He's gonna show how strong he truly is. And Esau gonna and his little minions gonna have all type of weapons and all type of
Technology.
armor and exoskeletons, and they think they're
Yeah,
gonna shoot javelins and tanks and shit and he's gonna burn them all up, man.
yeah. With the
You
laser
know.
beam of the chariots, right, man? Because all these things, that the flaming breath and the great
Mm-hmm.
tempest, all combined to one. It's I
Like I
just can
said,
imagine that.
he used everything that he
Yeah,
could describe to think of to describe this
yeah.
this
That's what
this
I'm
this
saying, man.
powerful being, you know,
God,
and
I can just imagine that, man. This is.
yeah, we would probably say like you just imagine a stream of lava with a laser,
Uh,
like laser beam that was
mhm.
just like size of a cannon,
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
it's gonna be crazy.
But it would be confusing when you think back to the ancient days. You say laser beam. What is laser beam?
Yeah,
And that's
because
the
we
thing.
know what a laser beam is because of our
Mm,
generations, our
that's right.
time. We've seen a
Go,
laser, you know.
mm,
If we would have
go,
said ICBM missile back then, they would have been like, "What?
go.
What?
Yeah,
A
man.
missile? I know
Mm,
an arrow.
oh,
I know
go,
what an arrow is. I don't know what a
go.
missile is."
Mm-hmm.
So, like I was saying earlier, we use the words of our time to describe and what we can comprehend to be on a common knowledge base, a common level of knowledge. If I'm describing a car, a metal box with wheels, some of them are more luxurious than others. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's an easy understanding. If I had to write it down, and you could think of a metal box with wheels, and some are painted really nice, and others are older. Some were made with fiberglass. See, but then what's fiberglass? You know what I'm saying? So it all goes down to what we have seen and what we've learned in our time, and that's how we describe, and that's what Esdras was doing in this. He was describing the things of his time.
Cool. We just got one prisoner come board. It was a while ago, but it says Jeremiah 16:19. Oh Lord, my strength and my fortress, and my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, Surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things when there's no profit.
Come. And that's what they're gonna say. And they inherited vanities, things of no profit. All of the what Jeezy Creasy, Christianity,
all the lies, man. The whole doctrine of this world, man. That we are colors, that we are that they are special and we are not. That they are above us, even though they should be beneath us. All these things, man. All these things that are pushing this world, man.
The people of heaven.
Yeah, they're Adam and Eve. That they were the main thing. One of the biggest thing gonna be also the skin color. I'm serious, man.
Yeah.
Because they push everything in the Caucasian tan. The Caucasian tan.
They made being white it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. You got even of our people trying to bleach their skin. You got our people wearing blonde hairs. Cool. They've tricked the whole world. Even when you just look at Moab, or Japhet, what they say is they don't want to be brown. They want to be light. And and they tell their women, go get a white man. Don't get a black man.
100. Okay, that's true, man. And on every edge, man.
JC,
yeah.
Creepy JC. Okay. Come, man. Creepy JC. That's another one. That's a new one. Creepy JC. Yeah.
I was creeping up, in his sister's crib.
Yeah, man.
God,
but it's
crazy
true.
It's true.
And when they realize all of the lies and things that they've inherited, they're gonna be pissed off, boy, at them elites, bro. They're gonna want to put hands on it, but it's gonna be too late.
Yeah, the elite. But the thing is, the elites know it. They push on them, but the elites gonna be put into fetters of iron, man. They're gonna be the first slaves, man.
Gonna be breaded.
Yeah, man.
They're gonna be breed. Yeah. They're gonna breed them.
Yeah, man.
They got it coming back, man. The things that they've done to us, all the secret things, buck breaking, raping, robbing, murdering, lynching, and hey, they got hell to pay.
Go.
Wait, let's keep going.
It's Revelation chapter 19:11. And I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness he doeth judge and make war.
You see, and like when you have these Jeezy Creasy's, they're talking about the white horse. They would say white horse. They would really think, but he was just describing the things of what the things
he saw.
Describing the things that he saw with the words of his time. Salakia.
Cool. And like I said, like we read in Psalms 144:5, the heaven opened. And heaven opened. And that's the thing, man. Heaven gonna open. Basically, this portal gonna come, man. And behold, a white horse, the chariot gonna come, and Yahushua gonna sit upon him. And in righteousness do of judge and make war. So Yahushua gonna come back to make war on this planet. He's gonna bring the ultimate war, the final war, man. Verse 12. His eyes was a flame of fire, and on his hair were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name was called the Word of the Most High. I just got a question. Why is this vesture dipped in blood when they come back for peace? When they come back, to love everybody. When they come back, I want to think back on the pictures that they showed, which I was supposedly Lord Savior should look like. How it should look like, which he doesn't. He came back with half naked chicks, with ponies and everything, man, with flowers and just really effeminate, you know.
Come.
And this is crazy, man. He's a man of war, man, like his father. He gonna come back with vested in blood because he's gonna come back from Basra, man.
Yeah.
Killing cats left and right, man.
That chief city of Edom, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, of all those slain, it said. Remember that precept where it said the blood should be at the bridle of the horse? Remember this from Elder Malcolm?
Oh yeah, let me look it up, man. This is a dope precept. I
You know what I'm
forgot,
talking
man.
about?
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be some blood spilling. It's gonna be a lot of death. We just read that he opened his mouth.
Yeah.
That chariot burnt them up. The laser beam, there was nothing left. He said the innumerable amount of men or people there, the soldiers were there, and nothing was left but the smell of smoke and ashes. That what kind of power that has to be? That's one crazy power, man. That laser beam ain't nothing like Esau has ever seen.
Go. But yeah, this Revelation 14 and 20. And the witness was trodden without the city. The winepress was trodden without the city, Salakia. And behold, and blood came out of the winepress even unto the horse bridles by the space of 1,600 furlongs. You know?
You see? And the winepress was trodden without the city and the blood. So that winepress, you know, is when you read the book of Revelation, it tells you the judgment of that of Babylon, the great whore. You know, that they're gonna be held accountable. That great whore who has been drunken off the blood of the saints, she's gonna be held accountable for her sins and for her actions.
Go.
You know.
Sure, man.
And that blood is going to be a lot. And just like I'm saying that just because you said that you were shown when the Lord comes back, you know, he's going to come back with half naked chicks. When I was younger, man, they showed Jeezy Creasy coming back with babies.
Yeah,
you know,
with the baby angels and shit. Yeah.
With wings, little babies and wings. You know, and I didn't see one adult. He always had babies everywhere.
Go on.
You know? And it never made sense to me. And I'm like, this dude loves some babies. Why you don't, you know, like, where are the men angels at? Like, where are the adult angels? They say we go
powerful,
to heaven. Yeah. You know, they say we go to heaven. Where they at? Where they at though? You know, like, like for real, man. It's crazy because it's common sense. But when you start to ask just simple questions, you're a conspiracy theorist or you overthinking it. You know, just don't overthink it. Just go with the flow. Nah, that's how Esau wants you to be. He wants you to be dumb. He wants you to be. The word ignorant means uninformed. You know, unknowing. He don't want you to know who he is. He don't want you to know who you are. He don't want you to know what the truth is, what the scriptures say. So he do everything in his power to keep you as far away from all of these things. He make the books that had all the information in there, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to keep you in your education system to just rely on him, to believe in all of his gods, his customs, you know. And your parents, they don't know any better because they was teaching you the same thing. Because their parents and their parents taught them the same thing. So Esau and these heathen nations for generations have been planning to keep us away from our heritage, our knowledge, you know, and it shows.
Sure.
It's like when you pull one string from the lies of Esau, it just all starts coming out. You know, you're like, damn, it ain't stopping. You know that little magic trick with the clown? He got the little in his pocket and he be pulling it. He like, God dang. That's how it is in this truth. When you start to pull out Esau's lies, man, it just keep coming and coming and coming. You're like, this dude just is unbelievable, man. His wickedness knows no bounds. Because what? He's the physical embodiment of Satan. He is created to be wicked, you know? Go ahead, Salakia.
I got a quick precept for what you said. Exodus 23:2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to rest judgment. And that's the thing, man. So we shouldn't follow the multitude, like you said, go with the flow. No, man, we should go against the flow. So what's what we're doing? That's what everybody despises. We go against the grain, man.
Yeah.
We go against the public belief. We go against the things of this world because we're not of this world. We're of Yahweh Shai, man.
We got
But
faith in Yahweh Shai, not
that's
in
right, man.
these heathens.
I
So
don't think that we got Yahweh Shai, man. We got nothing else. When you think about it, we got nothing else, man. You get pulled over by a job, you get fucked up by everybody, man. Just for waiting for the strange act to come, man. The strange act to come. But we're gonna go through some hard times, and we're gonna go through some tribulations. And if our faith and based on our understanding and the faith is right, because this is a faith booster for you. You know the Lord gonna come with the strange act and deliver you. You know the Lord gonna come in set times we think He won't come, but He gonna come, and your faith has to kick in, man. But if you're not got nothing, I go back to Revelation.
I got something. Psalms
Come.
37:1. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity.
That's
and
right.
and for a long time I was, man. Before I came in this truth, I was very envious of how they're living, how they got everything. How come they do so much messed up shit across the whole world and they still prosper?
Yeah.
It was always a question in my mind, and a lot of Jake have that same question.
Of course, they have it all the time, man.
And they are envious of Esau, man. They are envious of the way he's living, not knowing that his way of living is just death. It's just vanity. It's empty. Or Esau teaches you to do what? Consume. You need more. You need more. You need more. You need more. You shouldn't be satisfied with yourself. You should go get my makeup. You should go get injections and Jake's, not Jake's, but there are men who get calf implants, bro.
I know, no, to get bigger
Pectoral
calves.
implants.
I know.
And bicep implants and shoulder. Like Esau teaches you yourself is not enough to be on this earth.
Okay.
Well, go ahead.
You don't know you don't know the real life Ken?
The what?
The real life Ken? Ken and Bobby?
Yeah.
This
Ken
dude, man,
yeah.
for example, yeah.
Yeah.
But I went to the word, basically fret, it says in Hebrew, chara, it means to be hot, furious, burn, become angry. To heat oneself in vexation, to be angry with, So you shouldn't be angry, because of evildoers.
Okay.
That's the thing, man. But yeah, should go back to Revelation?
Go ahead, yeah.
Revelation 19:14. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And that's the thing, man. How is I gonna come back with the army, man? Like they had like the heavens. When you say heavens, and you have thousands of heavens, thousands upon thousands, man, it's gonna be uncountable, man. Yahushua gonna come back, man, with an army. He's gonna come with his army. Yahushua gonna come with his army, man. I'm gonna destroy his ass, man. Straight up. Because I got a quick piece in Revelation chapter 12 and verse 7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angel fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. See, so they're gonna be a war against the angels and Esau. And prevailed not, neither was a place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, the old serpent, called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. So you're gonna be. Why do you think Esau gonna basically create a space force? Why do you think that? To fight against Yahushua and his angels, man?
You said again.
I said, why do you think he created a space force? To fight against Yahushua and the angels. And you have to see the pride of him. You know how powerful Yahushua is. And then you see, like you said, the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh. What are you doing right now again? Creating the space force, even though we got things going on in this world, right? We got World War III brewing, we got pestilence out here. But still, we have to prepare for the space force,
And that boils down to the Pharaoh's pride, because he couldn't succumb to defeat. He couldn't accept that he was defeated by a power that was stronger than his.
The Lord made it, man. That's the beautiful thing, because Pharaoh was like, yeah, let them go. And it was like, then the Lord hardened his heart. He's like, nah, man. You don't let them go, man. You're gonna go after them. I'm gonna destroy your ass and go show my power, man. The same thing you do with Esau right now, man. You know. But yeah, jumping back to Revelation 19 and 19, and I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and the armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. See?
Come.
So yeah,
Read it
man.
one more time, Mike. That was
So,
1911, right?
1919.
Okay,
Revelation 19:19. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and the armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army.
That beast is the EU and his system and their armies, the UN and the Russians and the Germans and the Spanish and the British and the French. They're all gonna come together because they want to do what? Defeat this outside terror, this threat that just came into the earth. They want to defeat that, and he does what? He destroys them, man.
Yeah, this says in verse 17, chapter 17. But what I want to add to on this, because it says perfectly, the beast and the kings of the earth. Because of course we got NATO and the EU, and then what we got?
God,
we got the other kings, man. Now I'm just thinking, was just thinking about it, man.
I didn't add it into it. You're right. You're exactly right. Come. Yeah.
Because, like we said, because we're gonna have the World War III popping off, and then World War III, basically, how is that gonna come back, man? Because when the nations fight against each other, what are they gonna fight with? With the ICB missiles, right? So it's gonna be the Third World War, man.
And we at the cusp of that, man. We're right
man,
there.
For real. Because we read today, I think Russia was testing again ICB missiles.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
No,
I
it was
so,
America doing
the
defense system.
Yeah, then was Babylon.
And then they
man.
said
So
that Russia was right about America. They had what they had said about America and how they have been planning these missiles and doing all of this undercover missile studies, and all of this was correct. So, all of a sudden America just got all of this stuff out of the blue. No way, man. It's been doing it.
So you're talking about the INF treaty, right? What's this one?
INF treaty is.
Yeah, I think because what was like last year, was it? Or 2 years ago, or last year or 2 years ago, basically America stepped out of it. And Russia was like, hey, you can come to Russia and check if you want to. But America was like, no, we're gonna go out of it, man. So they got. Well, going to Revelation 17 and 14, these shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is Lord.
Go ahead, Al.
For he is Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called, chosen, and faithful.
You see? And read 12. Start at 12. Because that's the last 12. Two that we were talking about.
And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but received power as kings, 1 hour with the beast.
You see? So they were all these 10 horns are the EU and the UN. And they don't have their own kingdom because they're not in charge, but they receive power by the beast system, by Esau's system, and with the beast and that EU system, and read you pulling something?
Yeah, just checking on something real quick.
Okay, and then I'm gonna read 13. These have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. You see, those kings. And these shall make war with the Lamb. So that whole EU system and UN and those leaders of these countries that are in league. That's why the scriptures say that right here at verse 2. Start at verse 1, chapter 17. And there came one of the 7 angels which had 7 vials and talked with me, saying, Come unto me, come hither, and I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Which are waters mean people. Verse 2, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Cool. You see? What you about to say, Ak?
I want to say, because you said UN, right? But it's talking it's EU and
The EU.
NATO.
That's what I was trying to say. The NATO.
Yeah,
The NATO. That's
yeah,
what I
EU
wanted
and
to say.
NATO because I will say because I looked up UN right now and basically China for example is a state also in the UN.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
it's
saying? This
the
was
EU. I always get it confused,
okay.
and
Because
NATO.
you
I
said like
always
I
forget
remember
it. Yeah,
it was like EU UN I mean it's like
yeah, yeah.
okay.
You see.
I'm just double check. But it's
So,
a spirit
but
man.
yeah, you're
It's a
right.
whole there. Go.
But the EU and NATO.
Go.
That's what that beast that beast with the 10 horns and that
Mm,
system that they believe in it. You know that
go.
whole. That's what it said. They have one mind and shall give their power unto and strength unto the beast.
Yeah.
You know,
Go. Straight into
and
his beast
these
system.
shall make
Mm,
war with the lamb being Yahweh Shai, and
mm,
shall overcome them, and the lamb shall overcome them.
mm,
So we already read that how he used that laser to burn
mm.
them all up.
And
You
that's
know.
the thing, man. We know already that we're gonna get the victory. How Russell with the number, but the elect gonna get the victory, man. You
Yeah.
know. And just one brother said Shalom, man. You know. Yeah, man. And much love.
Much love, Shalom.
God, he
And
said it.
and
Yeah.
and like we said many times before, we already won.
Shalom.
We
God.
already won. We
Nah,
we
man.
we already winning. We
God.
just gotta endure to the end.
That's right, man.
We gotta
And
wait on him. We gotta be patient and wait on him
God.
until he returns and does what? That's why he says to Yahushua, sit in my right hand until I make thy enemies thy footstool.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It's true. And when you think about it, man, everything's predestined, so you don't even have to worry. You just have to keep the faith, man.
Yeah, just keep
Just
the
have to
faith,
keep the
stay up.
faith, man.
Don't be subject to change. Don't get itching ears. Stay true
Yeah.
to the word that you've been taught, you
Mm.
know, and
Don't
and,
get
and keep
perfect, man.
pushing.
It's right, man.
You know?
Go. Come.
What you got?
Isaiah 66 and 15.
Come.
For behold, Yahweh will come with fire, and with his chariots, like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. Verse 16. For by fire and by his sword will Yahweh plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahweh Baal Shem Yahweh Shai shall be many.
Look up
Yama.
that word plead. I'm gonna get
This
it. I'm
means
gonna get it right there.
shapat. Shapat. The Hebrew
Come.
means shapat. It means judge.
Yeah. To judge.
Come,
He gonna judge the whole earth, man.
come.
And the slain of the Lord shall be what? Many.
Many. Come. Um,
Many, man.
it says here in Hebrew, H8199,
Mm-hmm.
to judge, govern, vindicate, punish,
Mm-hmm.
vindication, condemnation and punishment, punishing, condemning and punishing. So like it. Come on.
Come. So
That's the
the
thing.
Lord, read that last precept again.
Come Isaiah 66 and 16.
Mm-hmm.
For by fire and by his sword will Yahweh, Baal Shem Yahushai, plead with all flesh, to basically judge all flesh,
Mm-hmm.
and the slain of Yahweh shall be many.
Come. And the
Come on.
slain of your house shall be many.
That's right.
So that just kills that the Lord loves everybody. He's coming back with love and peace and harmony, and
Mm.
he's gonna just take away all the problems of the world and make everybody at peace. And that doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense. So who gonna receive the punishment for all the things that they've done on the earth?
Mm.
You know, who's gonna receive that judgment for everything that the state of the earth is in right now?
Mm.
For the state of the people, for the fornication, just like how he flooded the earth during the Noah's time. They pay for that, man. They pay for their wickedness. Just like how he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. They pay for their wickedness. So
True.
what makes Esau Edom and his wicked ass queendom any different?
You
You
even
know?
worse because you don't even really believe in Yahweh Shemash. You act like the most like that he doesn't exist. You're the worst of the worst, man.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
He the worst of the worst. That's why it says that he was a perverse beast, different than the others.
Mm. Sure, man.
His kingdom is different than the others, man. And Esau made it so.
Thanks, yeah, man, that's right.
You know? You got
Mm.
anything else?
No, man, I got nothing else.
Hey, yeah,
Nothing in the
man.
comment. That's right, man.
So Haratazal, we broke it down. You gained some edification through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai from us Akim doing this work, trying,
So, man.
and ultimately we waiting for that strange act.
Mm.
You know, we waiting for the Yahushua to show himself, to reveal himself, so we can receive the glory with him. So we can stand with him, and all the earth still do what? Bow their heads, bow their knees, like they should, because what? We are the royal family of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. We the royalness of this earth, the rulers, the true rulers of this earth. Okay. What you got, a precept?
I just want to get one precept real quick.
Okay,
Give me a second. This is so okay. What is it? So give me a second.
So pretty much to summarize what we're saying, that the Lord, the UFOs are Israelite vehicles. They're not unidentified vehicles. They are identified. We know what they are. You know, that's why you see in a lot of these ancient aliens and these shows that Esau creates and try to breed confusion and doubt of who really are in control of those vehicles. But you see them on the walls, just like you see the Egyptian hieroglyphs. I forgot where they found it at, but they found many depictions of chariots, man, of carved chariots by people back in the day, you know, of ancient times. What you got, Ak?
Precepts. Let me just get the first and then the perfect one close. Philippians 2:10. And the name of Yahweh that it's like that at the name. What I'm 9. Wherefore the Most High also has highly exalted him and given him a name which is above every name, that at the name of Yahushua HaMashiach every knee should bow, of things in heaven and things in earth and things under the earth, and that every tongue should confess that Yahushua is Lord, Yahushua HaMashiach is Lord, to the glory of the power, the Father. Yahushua, you know, just because it said every knee should bow, and then to close those 2 Kings 2:12. And Elisha saw it, and he cried, my father, the chariot of Israel, and the horsemen thereof. And he saw him no more. And he took hold of his own clothes and rent them into pieces. And this talking about when Elijah was being thrown to the chariots, then he was like the chariot of Israel, showing you what chariots are for, man. You know.
So it's known. It's just us that don't even believe, you know, not us, but the 2/3 of our people that don't even believe, you know.
That's right.
Why? But ultimately, it comes from Esau's teaching, man. It comes from Esau's pushing doubt and well, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because their eyes are closed to this wisdom and this knowledge and understanding. But who did he use to do it? You know, he used Esau to push lies and deceit through the world. Because what? That is what Esau is. He's a liar. You know. So, with that, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Harakakadash. You know, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Peace and blessings to the hopefully elect, the 144,000 men pushing the truth in wholehearted sincerity and across the 4 winds. Until next time, Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom. Until next time. Shalom.
Shalom.